Watsy World, this your girl, La Kiki, Miss D, C that is, and I'm coming at you on this flood watch that we're having in the Washingtonian area. But while I'm on the flood watch and trying to avoid this shit by staying in the car for a second until this shit calm down, I'm going over the Big Brother episode 6 bullshit that just came on yesterday. And I would like to start off strong like that because it was playing me like that. I'm sorry, they thought they was playing me like that, CBS. So yeah, I was watching this last night, and the first thing I have to really say about this is it was game Ovi for Ovi. What other things y'all gonna come up with that's corny as shit? You're already coming up with the corny ass Love Island and shit. So what other corny ass shit you gonna come up with? One-liners and no-liners like shit in the Big Brother house. Please, that was corny as hell. So we leave off with Jack as the new head of household, obviously. And is it me or is it I'm the only one? I'm sorry, is it me? Or did no one in the fucking audience last week cheer at all when Jack won? The only time that they cheered was that forced ass clap that everybody had to do at the end of the daggone show or commercial. Other than that, when he won, it was quiet as shit. I never seen it that quiet when somebody won the head of household, you know? Because even sometimes people like to love the villain after a while to make the show good, but nobody in the single audience clapped, said anything, no words, no nothing. It was just funny as shit to see. So Dave and Ovi is back in the house, and everybody been fake as hell. Tommy like, you're here, you're still here, you got a chance to fight, you're here. Boy, if you don't sit your short ass down and get the fuck away from me, you voted me out 12-0. It's over for you. It's just beginning for me. I'm gonna make hell on that ass. And then you have Jackson eating himself to death because he's so daggone shook that that David in the house, he up at the only one at the refrigerator eating freaking crack pop. What do you call it? Cracker Jacks and shit at the daggone refrigerator. But you talk about David eating you out of a house and a home, which probably you're going to see forward if they even play that shit. Because really, CBS, you plan for a second episode, for the 6th episode, you're playing still with not showing everything you should have shown that pretty much both Jackson and both jackasses for everything they've been saying about them in the house. But you're going to sugarcoat that shit to make them look like, oh, it's just game scare, you know. No, like all the stuff you've been saying in the house, but you better play this on the next episode because this is the point where he been in there, just got in there. Okay, now hours later, this is the discussion that him and Holly have on the live feeds. I better see that shit on the next show. I'm just saying. Or y'all incriminating once again, CBS, yourselves. Eating David, if Dave don't eat him out of the house or home, but you fucking eat watermelons, 1 or 2 watermelons a day. On top of that, dictator of food like shit, boy. I need you to sit your strong face ass down somewhere. That's all I'm saying. So he gonna ask David, what happened? What the fuck you mean what happened? Your ass voted me in. I refuse to, I told you I refuse to go in. You like, oh, you got this, you're gonna be a pawn. How you gonna be a pawn for a game you don't know? That's dangerous. I would not like to go in. You still voted me in. I lost, obviously, because obviously everything I said to your dumb ass before you voted me in, and that's why I did not win. So fuck you. And yeah, I'm gonna keep smiling like shit, boy. But as soon as I'm HOH and get back in the house and all that, your ass gonna be the first one. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You're just a pawn. You're just a pawn. I'm lining it up all for you. You know? Dumbass. That's why they got Jack in front of their names. Obi tells Jackson that he's obviously the choice that they should pick in order for him to come back from can't come back. He's the obvious choice that they should pick because of the power, and that it's still good. It's just right now it's kind of like what do you call it? on neutral right now, on ice right now. I know the name for it or the word for it, but I can't say it, but it's pretty much, it's not over. He can still use his power. But like shit, why would they want to vote you back in if you think it's a vote? You're acting like a punk ass bitch right now, OV, by still pleading to these fools when it was a 12-0 vote, and they fake as hell when you was leaving the house and fake as hell when you come back in. You should know what people were against you or for you by the way you come back in. They find out that you stand, and then how fake as shit they're acting versus the real ones who's acting real. You can tell real emotions from fake ass emotions. Or can you? Because you're gullible like shit, and I really don't want you back in if you're going to keep with this play. But Kat comes in the boat room where David is and asks questions, because she already asked Jackson, do you want me to spy on him for? You know, do you want me to pretty much fill him out, see where his head is at, and da. He like, yeah, that would be good, you know. And so she goes in there trying to fish stuff out from David, and David not giving you that shit. Like, David, like, don't try that. You're stupid as shit, girl. David, Jack Mimosa, Jason Mimosas. I'm not, like, everybody think I'm the blonde, the dumb blonde. You are. You are. Good television for their ass, but for me, you're annoying like shit, girl. Like, it's not funny to me at all. Like, I'm over it after the first pun, after the second pun, after the third pun, and then you just pun. Like, come with another punchline. Because this is dead as shit. And it was not that funny to begin with, but the whole world is cracking up over your dumb ass. But keep representing them blondes, you know? Or fake ass extension blondes, you know? But she asking David a question, and she all like, you know, where there's no alliance, you know, in the house. And he just like, bitch, where you been? I've been in the house. I stepped foot in the house, and I've been here for like maybe an hour or two right now, and I see the alliance. Like, literally, y'all were upstairs as soon as we came in, having a freaking discussion, a dictatorship about not talking to us. Who led the dictatorship? Jack. Who was the one piping up when Jack was talking? Holly, Christy. Like, I see the alliance. You don't see it? How you don't see it? And she'll like, well, I mean, it's not literally like, it's all kumbaya. First of all, bitch, don't say no kumbaya to me when it was kumbaya when they picked me to go, was it kumbaya when they picked me to go into banishment? There wasn't kumbaya then, so how was it kumbaya? Is it kumbaya that they talking about something, don't talk to people? Kumbaya means you don't tell nobody that they can't talk to daggone can't come back people. That's the kumbaya. Bitch, it's a daggone it's alliances out here. Your ass just not a part of it, obviously, because you dumb as shit. And you wouldn't be a part of my fucking alliance neither if you think this shit. It must got too much damn bleach that melted in your brain if you don't know that it's alliances in this house. And she'll like, well, it's not like two sides going against each other. First of all, you're giving away information already to me, because I didn't say it was two people coming for each other. But now, thank you for letting me know that it's two alliances going against each other in the house. Thank you, Kat. I mean, with your spine, your fake ass spine ass, you told me more truths. I ain't revealed nothing to you at all. But thank you so much for revealing that to me. That was just dumb as shit, girl. What was you thinking? You know, you telling me everything. Thank you, Kat. And he said, you're just not a part of them. But I know there is. You can see the tension and everything. You can see the fear in some people's faces as he was speaking about it, and you can see some people that were very happy about it, you know. And they might didn't add that clip in the show, but that's what happened on the live feeds. A lot of stuff that they did not add on the show happened in the live feed that they did not add on the show, and I'm pissed off about that as well, because you're making Jackass and Jackson have like a clean cut and shit, but you're not saying all the dirty things that they're doing, even the dirty things that they're saying about Kat, which Holly, little dry face ass, mummified face ass, was saying about Kat, that was supposed to the person she was calming down and stuff in the beginning and girlfriends with, you know. Get on my nerves. So Nicole tells Ovi the truth about Jackson and Tommy. Like, there's some liars on the show. They did not mention Tommy at all, and I'm trying to figure out why they're trying to get Tommy the good cut, like the good old Broadway dancer, gay boy. You know, that's not make a bad cut on him. No, make the cut on him as well. Like, don't discriminate. Like, if he been talking shit or not even trying, oh no, show that from all of them. Show how all of them played you and was eating up everything and trying to be like all up in your face, like, boy, you got it, don't worry about it. She gonna drive everybody crazy and da 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 da. And then they all like, hey, Abby, hey, you back in the house now? I'm so glad that I'm sold. It's just fake as hell. So we get to the chaos Wacktivity comp, which is called For Goodness Snakes. I guess, CBS, I guess. So the players were Sam, Jack, Harley, Tom, and Tommy. And actually, yeah, Sam, Jack, Harley, and Tommy played this comp. And what did I want to say about that? I wanted to say Harley and Sam almost got bit like shit. I was hoping that Harley got bit with your safari non-gotten ass. You just a drunk ass that guide people through things. But you got them through your freaking legs. That's what you got them through. Just annoyed. The purpose of the game is you got to find a match for all the 3 different snakes. You got to find their match and put them in the tank as quickly as possible, and then ring the bell. Whoever did it in the fastest time, that's the winner. I mean, they gave them simple ass shits. So I guess that's why the power was worthless like shit this time, because how easy the fucking comp was. The first one you had to do a lot more, and there was a lot more complication with that. With this one, it's just put the snakes in the daggone. I mean, if you don't have a fear of snakes, that's just like 1, 2, 3. So I mean, it ain't that many. Y'all didn't even put that many snakes in a pit to make them confused about what type of snake belongs. You know, it was just only 2 snakes to pick from. It's either that obviously not same one, but it's just got red in it, or the same exact one that got red. So it was not complicated at all, which was just like, the fuck is this a competition for? Like, literally, they should have just drew sticks like Survivor do. Who got the shortest stick, or no stick at all? That's the winner, or something like that, you know. Or keep drawing sticks until it's one winner. That's crazy. But Jack ended up winning the whole thing. Wow, yay, ha, oh, my man, ha, oh, Jack won. He won the competition. Nobody give a shit. That's only gonna make you more mad. Like, you won. Like, and so much of it is, I don't want, like, his interview. I'm pretty much, I want to be a leader, but I'm pretty much a beta. I tend to be a beta. You lie about everything in your interview, and they're seeing that you lied about everything. But the fact is, the producers know you was bluffing on half that shit you was saying, because all you've been doing was trying to leave this whole house, pretty much. And I don't blame you that much, because you got damn fools that actually follow your dumb ass. So I don't exactly particularly blame you all the way. But he don't tell nobody, and everybody's shocked, because on the live feeds they're like, yeah, they're bragging ass. Him and Jackson will be the main ones to tell somebody, and Tommy and Sam, I don't think they're gonna tell nobody, because they're a little bit more hip to the game or whatever. They don't trust that many people. But Jack and Jackson, yeah, they will tell. But obviously he didn't tell. He ain't tell his bro neither. So I guess there is still tension between him and Jack's son, because of how close he still is with Harley, and like how he got more connections than Jack, pretty much. So to me, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking Jack is like, like, just because you ain't hooking up with Kat anymore, you still hooking up with Holly, and I don't trust her ass because she came in tricking. And Kat's still kind of in your back pocket in a way, and I only got Christy, so let me keep this to myself, you know. So that's why I'm thinking he's going off. But Holly, your dumbass, y'all sitting there comparing, and her dumbass gonna be like, well, my light, she said, well, my light turned red. So I was like, dang, I thought I did good, and then my light turned red. Why'd you even let Jack know these details to give him some hope of saying like, oh yeah, mine's turned red too? Because he didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know that that lamp or that light meant anything at all. That lantern, they just heard the sounds of They was just hearing the sounds if you were right or wrong. He didn't know what was going to happen in that room. That was just a room where they tell you everything, the instructions, and you go out and do it. Nobody knew that the light was going to turn green or red. It was just a lantern. But you told him, you're a dumbass. You could have found out that he was pretty much lying, because he would have made up some shit like, well, they sounded off mine, so, you know, or you could have caught him in a lie by him throwing it back. So, well, if you would say like, yeah, what happened in your room? I mean, well, obviously I didn't win. What happened in yours? And I'm like, why you throw it like that? Why you ain't say exactly how you didn't win? You know, I would have been thinking that, turning gears in my head. Like, that fool got it, pretty much. So Holly, you a dumbass for that. But pretty much this power is kind of useless like shit, for real. I mean, useless to the fact that you're already in a gang of 8, pretty much. You're already the head of the gang of the 8. I feel like you're going to be safe for a little while. Like I said, probably by jury. You're gonna last until by jury or something like that. That's what my prediction was, I believe. And it's going that rate. But this chaos power only allows you. It's good for up to 6 players left, which I don't think you're gonna get that far. So it's gonna be used way before that. You can only use it once. I'm sure of all the powers you can only use once. And if at the Power of Veto competition ceremony or whatever draw, if the HOH and the 2 nominees draw people that you don't like, pretty much you can just stand up, say I don't like that shit, change, and then make a redraw. Use your chaos power, do a redraw, and it's only the 3 people that is drawn. So, and you got to put all the chips back in the bag and then redraw again. That's weak as shit. But it should be weak as shit because the competition was weak as shit. So I understand that this power should not be more than what it is, and y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't work fucking hard at all in the competition. So it should be some lame ass shit like this. That's not going to work in your advantage, because even people you think at that point in time when you might need it might be against your ass. So you might think you have somebody like redraw it and be like, oh yes, this is the people I wanted. They might be conspiring against you. In the words of Kat. So that's not really helpful at all. Like shit. Moving on. So Bailey, Swaggy C, Brett, and Winston dumbass. After I had to check Winston dumbass. Pretty much. They did this fluke ass commercial about presented by Love Island about the upcoming veto competition, pretty much, and how they could possibly win a trip to Fiji, I believe. I'm not sure they said all that on there, but I know from looking at the live feeds, that's pretty much what the competition is based on, like possibly winning a trip to Fiji, presented by and sponsored by Love Island. So that was cool, and I just realized looking at Swaggy C looking like Hitler ass, it's ironic, ain't it? And Bailey, I was like, oh, I miss looking at her hairstyles and all that, and hope she gives some side advice to Kimmy with that woolly ass bush she got on her head. And I just miss a fresh natural head in a house, pretty much. And she still, if she joined this cast, would have been the prettiest girl in the house still. Her and Kimmy all together still would have been the prettiest girls in the house. Annalise, yeah, you know, yang yang, white girl pretty or whatever, but something's still weird about her face that just like, I don't know what it is. She got like a sunken face, a sunken beauty face, but I don't know. She's pretty too as well, but it's just like a odd weird beauty thing or something. But anyway, it was refreshing to see them. I hope I see them in like another All-Star season or something and redo this shit of what's happening now. Kat is obsessed with Brett now. Now she's all like, oh, I don't mean a hug, but is Brett coming? Is Brett going to be in the house? Is Brett going to be in the house? He don't like dodos. But you are easy, and he would have used you worse than Jack. Because he's definitely a jackass just like Jack. But he still, to me, has somewhat of a heart. But he would have manipulated your ass like shit. So Holly pulls moves on Jackson with her dad going desperate ass. Your old 39-year-old ass, your 30-ish ass, like that is pressing shit, and you look desperate as shit trying to take Kat's leftovers like shit, girl. Don't say it's no power move and nothing like that. You trying to have a meat shield in front of you. No, you're just a dirty ass, stank puss ass, trying to take somebody man, want to be my friend for the moment just to get my man with your bitch ass. That's what you are. And that's all I can say about that. So she invites herself in. She's going to tell Jackson, oh, I'm not sleeping in your bed. You can't sleep in my bed until you get rid of her and da-da-da-da. And then you're like, you know, I will have you as my ally because she's a liability. She's like, obviously. Like, not obviously. No, obviously, you're 39, but you're trying to act like you're 31 like shit, girl. And obviously, Kat looked better than your ass. You had to have like 15 plastic surgeries in order for you to think that they got it right, but they still wrong like shit, girl, on your face. So you go back under the microscope and go recorrect some stuff. Try to deflate them lips since you want to talk about freaking Kimmy and all that, and David trying to run a train on all the women in the house and Kimmy, and she's going to be in his bed by the end of this week and shit like that, but you're already into some other woman's man's bed before the end of this week and try and push her out the door so he can push something into your ass. I'm gonna need you to regroup. That face, that attitude, that everything, girl. That puss on the side. Regroup. And I don't care how vulgar this video is, because this is my true feelings and I don't give a shit. CBS won't do nothing about it. I will roast your ass on YouTube all day. I will roast you all day and hope you play back this shit. And I want you to comment on this shit so I can roast your ass some more, Holly. I'm sorry, Beth. So, yeah. So, Kat, pretty much invites herself in a hammock and, you know, pop up behind him like, oh, you didn't see me. Y'all didn't see me. I conspired against me. Whatever, you know. I think she said that shit. I mean, she said it all throughout the thing, so obviously. And then she just sitting there awkwardly, and they just like, you could tell the awkwardness. They just trying to swing, and Holly, you fake as shit. You got all that shit to say, honestly, but then when she come in your face, bitch, you scared. So I'm gonna need you to stop talking trash unless you try to meet me face to face. That's what I would say to it. Oh my God, I wish I was in that house. And I kind of, yeah, I wish I was in that house, but I know I wouldn't last. Because after a week or so, yeah, the truth will come out. I can't hold back on you bitches. Period. So Jackson goes and complains to Jack about being over Kat, and maybe we should vote her out and all that. And Jack like, look, bro, you pretty much put yourself in that put your problems onto yourself. And I am getting over the situation. I'm getting tired of it. Like, do I want to waste my HOH to help a bro out, or do I want to really get who I really want to get out? Because I'm petty as shit too, and I want to get somebody out for no fucking reason at all, but besides the skin color and the fact that she doesn't say that much to me, and it irritates me that I can't get under her skin like shit. So let me put her out, but I don't want to waste it on cat ass. Well, she's white, first of all, and secondly, she's eating out the palm of our hands. We can use her to vote any which way. Makes sense. So Jackson breaks up with Kat, and Kat ain't tripping off that shit. He talking about something to me and all that. She was like, well, okay, you're breaking up with me for being a good friend to you, and you want Harley all in your face? I'm messing up your game? I'm a liability? Yeah, that really hurts, because I've been nothing but a friend to you, been nothing but speaking nice things to your blockhead ass, and you over there getting cuddly with the likes of Harley. But I'm a liability to your ass. I don't want to talk about anybody. It's about you and da 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 da. She was like, I hope it works out for you. I really do. I really hope it works out for you. That's girl code for boy bye, like shit. Like I hope you like that puss over there. Don't ever come back to my ass. I hope that's worth it. I hope that grass is green on the other side like shit, boy, because I'm about to step up and do better than you. So I hope you like your 20%, because there's 80 over here. And guess what? When I upgrade, my ass upgrade from that doll ass, that blockhead ass. And she's like, don't call me after the show, because I will not be there to pick up. And boy, you's not all that. Your game is some shit. So, boy, you's not all that, pretty much. And I was here for all of that. The first time that I'm here for Kat is like, yes, tell him all. Like, they was making the edit look like she was a dumbass and she was all up under him. Jack is a good person. No, that's what all women say when they fake in love with somebody, you know, and saying nice things about him when they actually spend time with him and all that. But when you trash the ass, oh, when the bitch side come out, bitch, your dick was whack anyway. So, bitch, bye. I'm moving on to better things anyway. I'm only dealing with you because you was the last option in the house that was like, okay, somewhat decent enough to like, okay, let me try, whatever. She was probably using you as well as a showmance. But Harley as just being spiteful as shit because she's so daggone insecure from being old as shit and nobody hollering at her. And it used to be people hollering at her, but they hollering at sis. And the reason why she only hang with sis so she could get some of that youth that's by her side so she could feel youthful again, and Kat wasn't doing it for her no more. So let me hang on to Annalise. That's all that shit is about. Nicole, because I think I'm ranted it up. So Jessica and Nicole and Bella formed the Black Widow Alliance. Jessica, Nicole, and Bella formed the Black Widow Alliance. They was talking about this. Kimmy joined later when she left the DR room. She came in the room and they told her, well, we just formed the Alliance of Black Widow. And she was like, okay, cool. She said, okay, if Alliance fall in your lap, it fall in your lap. But the only one I trust is Bella. No! But she gonna learn about that hoe. She gonna learn about that hoe soon. And that's all I can say about that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Kimmy says she only trusts Bella, but Bella only trusts her motherfucking self. And I'm in this Grateful 8 right now to get her through, but her motherfucking self, for real. So Bella rats out the Black Widow Alliance, as rats do. And I want to go back in the interviews when Ika was saying to everybody, which one are you? Are you a rat or are you a snake? Are you a rat or are you a snake? Cliff ass, I believe, said was a rat. So I think he might be living up to his daggone self. And I'm not sure what Bella said, whether she was a snake or a rat. But I know Cliff ass said he was a rat, and you fucking right. And Jack is a snake. He's straight snake. And that's why he won the competition. You can't fool a snake. A snake knows each snake. They know their snake, what do you call this? I don't even know what to call it, but you know what I mean. Like, they know each other. They know the heritage of each other. They know the freaking family members and all that, which type and all that. That's why he won. He was a snake-ass whisperer with a snake ass. And he liked to cause chaos, hence the chaos power. So, Jessica denies the all-girl alliance when she talks with Jack. He does the one-on-one with her, and she pretty much denies it, but she also confirms it at the same time when they say, I've been hearing talkings about a girl alliance, and she's like, and it was the ringlead by you, and she's like, I was not the leader of that all girls alliance. Caught your dumb ass. You should have said, what? I would never make no all girls alliance. This is Big Brother. All girl alliances never last. So that shit is not true, not real at all. And I don't know who told you, but I'm confirming right now that that shit was not me, and I do not know nothing about no all girls alliance, because I don't even like half these bitches in here. I would have said something like to the likes of that, and that would have became more real. But I was not the ringleader of that. Confirmed. All girls alliance. Your ass going on the block. And I know at this point she's not thinking about the Black Widow. She's thinking about the all girls alliance, not the Black Widow form. So that's what I think it is. But either way, you had talkings on both ends, the all girls one and the Black Widow one. So, you know, so of course in these weak ass, so predictable nominations, Jack nominates Kimmy and Jessica. Jessica cries instantly as soon as her makeup running like shit. You see the daggone foundation on the side of her eye and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, why would the producers go in that close on her face like that, showing that fucking foundation right here on the corner of her eye? Why would they do that? See, they like pretty much shade all the cultured people up in there, but then they give everybody else to clean at it. Everybody else to clean at it. You know what I'm saying? And then Kimmy just like through the whole freaking nomination. Jessica was all like, you could see the daggone throat her. You could see the spit going down her throat when they was nominating her. Like she wanted to cry already, and just Kimmy just like, okay. And Kimmy said, you freaking moron, you should have backdoored me. She said, you know what, it's okay, because I thrive in pressure. I thrive in these intense situations. So I'm gonna go out and win the power of veto on that ass and come back and win HOH and put your ass on the block. Pretty much. I thrive on that shit. So when I'm down, that's when I get more powerful. And your dumb moron ass should have backdoored me like you was trying to do last week. And that's how we end this show. So I can't wait to the next episode, and now I want to see if they actually show what's happening in the house, because these past episodes they've been giving a sugar cookie ass edit to all these racist ass whores in the house. And I mean all the whores, the men also whores in the house. Let's see. And I want to see if they make Cliff Cut look so good, because he's supposed to be the good old grandfather. Let's see if they make his little rat ass clit good. We gonna see. All right, I'll holla y'all. Bye.